Beautiful night, beautiful light, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. You're back for the latest episode of Tarot in the Shadows. I am your hostess. I go by Melinda NailFanatic. What do we have going on for our message for Tarot in the Shadows at this time? Please say thank you. From the Soul's Journey lesson card, we have love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. What's at the bottom of the deck, in other words, the background to this story, is death. I am learning that endings are simply merely new beginnings. Something is ended, and opening up your heart towards love is a little bit scary right now, is what I hear. So being guided to use the Hermetic Tarot for our message tonight. So let's see, what do we have for Tarot in the Shadows at this time? What is the most important messages? What do you need to say? What is our love, peace, and happiness tribe? What do they need to hear at this time? First card out is the Ten of Pentacles. Its name is the Lord of Wealth. Ten of Pentacles. A family environment. Children being raised and brought up, sitting at the table for dinners. And then we have the Princess of Cups, and somebody comes to their adolescence. The teenage years hit. Oh boy, this is a different experience. This is a different story. What else do we have? The Knight of Pentacles. The young one grows up and goes out and decides that they have their own plan. They have their own purpose. They have their own mission. You can't tell me what to do. I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm old enough now too. Okay. Oh Lord, what else do we have? The Three of Pentacles. Look what I have to show for all I've done. Look at how far I've come. I got a lot. Lord of material work. I got a lot. Somebody says, I got a lot. Somebody comes from a family with a lot, and they have a lot. They rebelled during their younger days and into their 20-dang years. Now I have the Princess of Pentacles. Interesting. With what you built up in the lot that you've got, you're looking at something new. There's still some more stuff on your hit list of things you need to do. What else? What are you focused on? What are you looking forward to? The High Priestess. You're not sure. There's some don't know what I should do, but I know that there's something I need to do. Interestingly enough, the intuition is going to be coming through. Okay. What else? Get all these cards down and see what story unfolds. The Nine of Wands, and it flipped itself in reverse. Feeling like I have to go it alone, overwhelmed, overburdened. It says the Lord of great strength. So somebody here taking on so much on their own. A strong air of independence here. Trying to break free from the family. What else? The Six of Cups. A return to the past. A blast from the past. What else? The Wheel of Fortune. I see the story of the prodigal son who returns. That's what I see unfolding here. We're talking about the prodigal son. There's somebody here who had a great family upbringing. They decided they would go figure out, but there was some stuff that they couldn't see coming that came through. It got very overwhelming. Now they want to return and go back home. The bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands. And there you go. Off to sow your royal oats. Somebody's off to go get something, make something happen. Young, immature, and impulsive behavior. We're going to go with the words of clarity over each of these cards, see what else comes up. There's a strong earth energy here. For somebody, this has to do with the person who created, like, you come from your family environment. You decided you were going to go create your own wealth. You didn't want your family's wealth. You wanted to make your own. Okay. Clarify the 10 of Pentacles, please, and thank you with the word of clarity. This one. Activation, the family. Something about your family, like it activated something in you. Like somebody saw that prosperity was possible. Somebody saw that stability was possible because they actually had that in their family. That's really cool. That's really cool. Awesome. So happy for you. But they said, you know what? With the Princess of Cups, we had the word requirement come out. But now I'm coming of age, and they said, I gotta make it on my own. I gotta figure out how I can do this on my own. Oh, whoa. Okay. And I just saw that. Oh, wow. Interesting. So I just got this whole spiritual message downloaded, like so much, so fast. And what they showed was somebody was with spirit. Okay. So this is like the journey, the whole journey, pre-physical vessel journey. Somebody was in spirit and they're like, there's a lot of stuff that has to happen. I have the skills that it takes. Just let me hop into a body, go down to earth, and I'll do what it takes. I'll make it happen. I'll be that change. I'll raise the vibration of humanity while I'm there. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, excitement. Excitement. So somebody, back to our original story, we're going to come back to the spiritual story right here. But in the original story, somebody left home, excited to go make something happen. They had a plan. They knew it was going to take some time. They went out. They put their plan into action. Clarifying the 3 of Pentacles. Sex. When the sex card comes out, this is about physical pleasures. So 3 of Pentacles. Somebody went out and got pregnant. Oh my God. But somebody else went out and actually made a real business for themselves, made some prosperity, made some abundance for themselves. They built something up for themselves. Princess of Pentacles. But somebody did get pregnant here as well. Why is this Princess of Pentacles here? The Princess of Pentacles in your current position. Somebody's in the current position of, like, you've got a lot to show for everything that you developed for yourself, the way you've created a life for yourself, a career, some financial stability and stuff. And right now you're like trying to figure out, okay, well, what am I going to do? How do I invest this energy? How do I invest this money? How do I invest this? Okay, for more positivity, for more growth, for more, and what's going to make me happy? I hear, and what's going to make me happy? Somebody's like, I spent all these years investing in this job, this career, this relationship for somebody, and I'm looking for something that feels more fulfilling, more satisfying. Why is the High Priestess here? Because we have blocks. Interesting. Again, not knowing what it's going to look like. It hasn't been time. It hasn't been time. And there's a knowing, like, okay, I'm going to make this plan. I'm going to take my profits from this endeavor that I've been doing, and I'm going to invest it into something else. But I got to figure out what that is. Okay, it hasn't been time yet. Why is this 9 of Wands here reversed? We said somebody got overwhelmed, disillusioned, because the transformation not happening fast enough. Transforming coming out in reverse. Okay. Oh, I'm getting a whole nother story about partnership. We'll look at that in a minute too. And then we have, wow, 6 of Cups and restriction in reverse. Okay. Interesting. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, clarifying the Wheel of Fortune, please and thank you. We have joy. Okay. All right. The bottom of the words of clarity, we have familial. Again, that's a great confirmation because that's where we started. All right. So something was started because of the family background. You started focusing on something else. You're like, this has to change. That needs to happen. And you started focusing and making things happen, making tangible changes for yourself to create this desired experience for yourself. For some of you, you come from a family of wealth and you wanted to make it on your own. For others of you, there was a situation here where you needed to break away from the family patterns. With the Knight of Wands and familiar at the bottom of the deck, there's an impulsive family prone to rage, anger, and violence. And there was a desire to overcome that. So I feel like somebody's really been working on it through their partnerships, okay? And for somebody, what drove this was like looking at your partnerships. Love is what's in the shadow. So somebody here is looking at love relationships and love connections, and where there's violence, where there's fly-by-night behavior, where there's unreliability, where there's a bunch of non-committal people that you've been dealing with, and how that links to your family. At this point, you're finding clarity. You're starting to understand your physical experience, and this is giving you hope. But you know that there's something more for you to see there. You know that there's more that has been hidden to you, and you're doing what you have to move through. But your intuition say there's something you have to do. What your intuition told you was you have to block out this past. So here we have somebody who went through and realized who and what they were still holding on to in their life that did not evolve, grow, change, work for empowerment, for betterment. In other words, what's not part of your better life, and somebody here blocked that out. This situation tried to make a return to you. You used to always return to it. Yeah, that stuff is cut off now. It's not happening anymore. Those connections are under restriction. Interesting, because all these changes are going to bring in a very happy experience for you. Now, another experience here, somebody said you are in spirit, you are part of the ethers, you are part of the all that is, the collective consciousness, all of that. You are part of all of that. And before you came to Earth, before you were born into a physical body as an infant child, an infant human child, why we need to stress that you're human? Because you are human. You are not a walk-in. You are not an alien. Well, I mean, everybody on Earth is alien because Earth is a transient planet. Okay, interesting. But you decided, you said there's some growth that's needed on Earth, and I have the talent, skills, and abilities. And if you'll just let me have a body, I'm sure that I can help evolve consciousness on Earth. So you came in, and there was so much swirling around you. There was so much happening around you, so much energy, so much excitement. You got distracted. Maybe for the first 30 years of your life, you got distracted by connections with other people. You got distracted by finances. You got distracted by whatever materialistic pursuits. You got distracted by them. But something happened in there, and you found value in this higher vibration. You began to remember yourself in your naked truth. And so you began one by one to remove the blocks to your consciousness so that you could be able to receive with clarity the connection to your higher self, to the all is one, to God, fill in your choice of vernacular. And then what happened was, as you became overwhelmed, there was and some of you are coming into this period right now of a very overwhelming transformation. It's going to, I hear, knock you on your ass. And in other words, it's something that's going to make you want to sit down, take a nap, go to sleep through it. It's actually the most comfortable way. This has something to do about blocking the return of the past, blocking the return of those past energies. Again, for somebody, this is about rage, domestic violence, and other abusive types of connections. Yeah, this is a huge change that's happening inside of you. And on the other side of this, everything changes. Everything goes into pure positive joy. And the wheel of fortune is there. Great fortune, good luck, things working out. A whole change. It's like somebody wanted to change a cycle in their life. Yeah, you are the cycle breaker. You are the karmic breaker. Yeah, you're the one that break karma. So this is really beautiful. Now, the third thing that they showed me was this is two different sides of the story. And on this side of the table, let's start on this side of the table. On this side of the table, you really started paying attention to all the lessons you learned from your familial examples, your parents, your family members, your grandparents, your neighborhood, everything that you learned from your family environment, you began to give a lot of attention to that. On the other side of the table, there was somebody who was they would get emotionally overwhelmed, and they did a lot of stuff, and they didn't seem to learn from the past. This person wouldn't even look at their past. So they wouldn't even enter into this period of shift. Now, the connection between the two of you was one where it was very sexual. It was a very sexually driven connection where two people here were basically, one was about finances and one was about sex, or both were about money and sex, and that was all it was about. Somebody was involved with the person here who was pimping them out. I'm not even going to lie. That's what just came through. Now, and that could be any way, shape, or form. Somebody was literally a sex industry worker. Somebody else, this pimping out was taking advantage of you financially for sexual favors, something like that. Okay. On this side of the table, somebody realized, you know what, this isn't what I want. I've got to make a change. I'm going to have to, it's like highlighting what's got to go. Highlighting what's got to go is the way it's coming through. On the other side of the table, somebody wanted to come back and they said, oh, they'll never leave me alone. I can always come back because you always did this back and forth energy with them. You always did this back and forth, eeny, meeny, tit for tat, were hot and cold. It was like always a back and forth energy between the two of you. And somebody is like, oh, no, that'll never happen. Because, and it didn't for a long time, because you kept focusing on things saying, well, somehow it's going to get better. Somehow it's going to get better. Interestingly enough, on this side of the table, we have somebody here who began to realize that, no, it's actually still the same as it always was. And now there's more and more evidence to prove that fact. And then on the other side of the table, somebody is very much caught up in a lot of third-party energies and very focused on finances. This person may be focused on a lot of instant gratification going on, and a refusal to change. So there's somebody who there, and the way they're showing it to me is la 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 la. So it's like somebody who just doesn't care. You know how kids be like, I can't hear you, I can't hear you type of mess. Is something like that. Little kids like la la la, I can't hear you. And they're not paying attention to what you had said or what they've learned or their life experiences. They go all the way back to their childhood and they've continued to replay over and over again. So what's happening is in between the two of you, that sexual connection is now blocked. Somehow spirit stepped in and they shut this shit down. I feel like on this side of the table, somebody who was like, you know what, this isn't part of my purpose. I'm not here just to be somebody's John to pay for sex. I'm not here to sit up here and just be somebody's sexual gratification while they're out there. Somebody here has a strong sexual addiction, I'm hearing, and they have a tendency, I hear a panache. What the hell? I don't have my phone over here, but a panache for entertaining third-party connections, you know, and very flirtatious energy. Interesting. So now Spirit stepped in and blocked this shit completely. So we have 3 different stories going on here. Somebody, going back to the first story about a person from their childhood who grew up and wanted to make it their own way, they realized that they were blocking themselves from a lot of blessings by blocking themselves from their family and from the lessons that the family taught them. Their family got their wealth, and it wasn't by mistake. It was through hard work and through sweat and and all that was fake. What the hell? Whoa, that's crazy. So somebody here, yeah, your family comes from big money and big wealth, but you realize at some point that they were up to something really dirty, really dark. And that's why you were so determined to go get your own. You didn't want to be attached to your family wealth. But there's this energy now where you're so happy because what you have is all your own. You built it, and it's not built on this dark energy, manipulation, and exploitation. It's more fair and square is the way I'm getting it. It's more fair and square. Okay. So let's get some guidance over these experiences now. Guidance, please, for those. Okay. Guidance for my ones who are resonant with the experience of the young person leaving the family because the family was corrupt is the way it's coming through. There was a family that was corrupt. And so you left the family to go make your own way, to prove to yourself that you could do it a way that wasn't caught up in deception, manipulation, extortion, whatever it was, and exploitation, the word exploitation coming through. For somebody, let's see, what is the guidance for you? What's the guidance for this one, please, and thank you. Justice. Whoa, justice. Wow, I hear. So as you see shit crumbling around on the family, do not try to rescue them. So it's like, because the family was built on this dark energy, and so was their wealth, things are falling apart. And you know what? You got to let that part of you go, because I hear they're going to be trying to contact you to get in touch with you so you can help rescue them. I hear, rescue me. Yeah, no. We ain't playing Captain Save 'em Home. Because they were doing some dark stuff anyways. That's why you left the family in the first place, because you were not in support of their techniques, their tactics, their procedures, the way they brought their wealth. You were like, oh, hell no, that's not for me. For somebody, they was dope dealers. For somebody, there was pimping and pandering. For somebody else, it was something else, like doing some kind of dirty stuff with somebody's money. Seriously, to get somebody's money. They were railroading people. They were lying to people. They were stealing. They were cheating people. And when you found out about it, you decided to let it go. Now their businesses are falling down, and they're going to come knocking at your door. Hey, cuz, hey, sis, daughter, I know you're doing real well right now, and I just need just a little bit of help to get back up on my feet. I need to get this lawyer. No, actually, as a matter of fact, even better yet, if you don't answer the door, because they're going to be coming around. It's time for them to get justice. They're going to have to pay for what they've done. Repercussions, consequences, and repercussions. Yeah, you can do whatever in the hell you want. You can do whatever you want on this earth. The fact of the matter is the energy you put out is what's coming back to you. And now it's time to pay the piper, people. What was the second story that came out was about the spiritual experience. This is about a person who came here, and you were like, I'm going to Earth, and I'm about to rock this whole consciousness thing, and I'm about to raise consciousness, create awareness, and evolve humanity. I'm going to evolve consciousness on Earth. What's the guidance for you if this is you? Want to give shout outs to Paula, to Lee, Idalia, Thunderbolt, Maxine, and Taylor. Hey. All right. So this is you, the guidance for you. Two of materials. Sit back and enjoy as you watch the world change before your eyes, because, honey, you have done it and you deserve the prize. Wow. And it's going to show up in your physical experience. The experience that you've been having is the fulfillment of your purpose when you decide to come to Earth. And it's like you've been remembering this bit by bit by bit. It's like you've been putting these pieces of a puzzle together. Now the pictures got real clear. That's what I came here for, to raise consciousness, to empower humanity, to make powerful choices and live some of the most terrible, horrible experiences and overcome those in an empowered way, and share my experience and teach others. And it wasn't even on a platform like this. It was just living your life in the beauty and bliss, no matter what came your way, whoever you interacted with. It was somebody at the grocery store, at 7-Eleven, at the gas station, somebody who sat by you at work, in school, whatever it was, and they watched the way you move through. You don't even know the impact of what it is that you've been doing, but keep on doing you. That's what I hear for you. All right. Now, for somebody here in a romantic connection with somebody who continue to not choose to evolve, who continue to choose to not make changes, to transform with the energies as you chose to. You realize you had to separate. You realize you had to go your own way. And this person's still entertaining third-party energies, distracting themselves with socializing and friendships, and for somebody over drinking. They're now about to, and spirit, stop this connection. You might have even tried to reach out to this person, but that didn't work because the spirit's redirection. They were like, no, boo, that just ain't for you. So if this is you, what's the guidance for you? What is the guidance for you? If this is your story, what do we have for you? Oh, you have two cards that flew out, and I'm being guided immediately to keep them both. Ooh, the Page of Inspiration coming after the 10 of Inspiration. Love. So it was a long, arduous road with this individual. You literally took all of the experiences, all of the lessons out of it, and now you're on to the next phase. Your consciousness is shifted, and you know what? You're free. You're free. You leave somebody else with their burdens, you see. You leave them carrying everything. And look at that. That each one of these little cows, one of these bulls carrying a vat as well, is a lesson that you gave to this one by choosing to free yourself. What you needed to know about this, if this is you, is your biggest blessing to this one is letting them go. I hear you got your ear to the street and your ear to the sky. In other words, you're listening to Gaia, you're listening to what you see in your physical world, and you're listening to what your spirit is showing you. And keep doing that. That is working beautiful for you. You're accessing a different level of consciousness here, where everything is rainbow, baby. It's a rainbow type of world. I love it. Your intuition is sitting right by. You're downloading the collective consciousness. And long hair, baby. Yes. Long hair has been told to be the antenna to connect to that collective consciousness. Somebody here made it rain in the desert. Whoa. Somebody here making it rain in the desert. Oh, yes. And this is beautiful on the heels of rain that we just had. So what's at the bottom deck for all of you is the 3 of inspiration. Wow. In each of these instances, in each of these 3 experiences that we just shared today, you have done all you needed to do. You did your part. You did it beautifully from your beautiful heart. This is amazing. I absolutely love this. So let's give one closing message for everyone from the Mahabharata Oracle. My daughter gifted me with this beautiful deck for my birthday, and I'm just loving using it every day. Yes, let's see. What is the most important message for everyone who's caught this video at whatever point in time and space, because it's timeless. Like me, ageless. Yes. All right, what do we have? Even though on Earth years, I'm 43. Okay. Whatever. I'm not giving up all my years. I have 43 Earth years, but I'm truly ageless, CC. Okay. Thank you. What is the message for everyone who finds this video at any point in time by the perfect and ingenious divine design? Thank you. Love, love, love. What do we have? Okay. Ooh, power. Power is the guidance. Baby, stay in your power. Okay, the bottom of the deck, we have the warrior. What? The warrior. You overcame a big battle. You have been fighting. But in that fight, you found your power. Stay in your power. Maintain your power. Let's see. And it's card number 1. This is all about the way you move, the way you groove, the things you choose, taking your personal authority. Let's see what the book says about this power card. When this card appears, it means there is a feeling of having great power and control. The power and means to achieve goals and rise to higher dimensions, acquiring knowledge, learning a new skill, and putting it to good use. It also indicates having the ability of extraordinary resources, increased dexterity and fortitude. More importantly, for use in a positive way. You may find the key to unlock a secret or the means to find the truth. So here's the thing. This whole reading was about love. So if it was about you letting go of the family business because it was corrupt in some time away, that was because of love for humanity and yourself, self-respect, love for God. That was love for all these things. If it was you who came to Earth and your whole purpose was about evolving consciousness and raising the empowerment of humanity to bring them to their authentic nature, that was an act of love. Okay. If it was you who let go of a connection with another because they refused to transform, that was an act of love. They refused to evolve. They refused to raise their consciousness. And you have already been working in this. Okay. That was an act of love. Why is this coming out as the tarot in the shadows? Because sometimes when you're in the middle of the difficult part, the breakdown comes right before the breakthrough. You're in the breakdown part for somebody here. Remember your power right now, because you're about to get through. And we just did a reading called The Hour of Power. So go watch that if this is you. If it resonates with you, go watch The Hour of Power. If you already watched it once, go watch it again. Okay, because you're in your power, honey. You have the ability to affect change. Where you left that family situation, you literally changed karmic energy for your future generations. Where you came to Earth and raised a vibration by being a servant, an angel, an earth angel, you have used your power to influence humanity, to bring authenticity to a greater percentage on Earth within humanity. If it was you who let this person who refused to see the change it was needed that Spirit kept showing to them go, You used your power to let that person sit in the perfect classroom for their soul and not trying to get in the middle of it and eat their karma up into your life and your experience. It was an act of love on your part to let them go have their karmatic repercussions, and so that they can learn the lessons if they are willing to do so. And it was an act of self-love because you deserve so much more to come through for you. So this is our episode of Tarot in the Shadows. So thankful and grateful to be of service. Thank you for giving that video a thumbs up, and check out some more stuff on the channel. Until next time, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, bye-bye.